I live. Alright, now I've got my stream up there, and I can see the chat. Alright. Today we are developing these two films with coffee. This is something I do semi-regularly, maybe once every like 2 or 3 months. And we're doing it live. Could I have prepared my work area better? Probably. Could I have done some of this before starting the live stream? Yes. But I kind of felt like not cutting anything out this time because, I don't know. I didn't feel like giving you guys an abridged experience. I wanted to give you all the full experience. The audio is probably terrible, so sorry about that. Do I have scissors down here? There's some very safe practices. What else am I forgetting? Oh. The way I like to do this. Hello, Holly. I actually like to put these partially on the rolls before putting them in the changing bag, because I just find it a little bit easier that way. Just out of curiosity, is there any audio? It appears as though there is audio. Okay. Anyway. And now I get to fiddle around in this changing bag. not the most broadcastable. Not the most broadcastable part of the process. It doesn't really look like I'm doing anything, but I promise I am. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like the stream. Do it. So anyway, I'm currently unspooling the film off of the film canister and onto a separate roll, which then goes into the developing tank. I've got one reel done. I'm developing 2 reels today. I like to do them in pairs because the tank is designed for 2. So it's a little bit wasteful to only do 1 because I use the same amount of solution. So I just do it in pairs to be a little bit less wasteful. We're losing viewers. I need to say something interesting. I don't really remember what's on these rolls. I think one may or may not be from one of the Canon cameras, and I have absolutely no idea what's on the other one. So this will be a surprise for all of us involved, everyone involved. Alright, the second one is just about done. I missed. It's kind of hard to use scissors when you can't see what you're doing. I could probably get away with doing a new video on film developing because it's been like a year since my last one, probably more. It's been a hot minute, to say the least. It's also difficult to make sure the lid isn't cross-threaded, because you definitely do not want that. But we should be good to go now, I think. Okay. Seems as though I haven't forgotten anything. Yes, it is a tiny chair. Yeah. Alright, I'm now going to move everything. This can go here. But it fits under the desk, so it's nice. Right. And I'm trying to not make my viewers nauseous as I move the camera. I guess I should put it over here, because now we're actually going to make the caffeinol. So, I've got my recipe. Is that even in frame? I've got my recipe, and we're just going to follow that. This thing is extremely dirty. have a new thing of coffee because the old thing ran out. Okay. So this needs 22 grams, and we're at 3. We're at 10. Close enough. Okay. Put that in here. I need no funnels. Funnels are for squares. Next is 32 grams of this. Perfect. And finally, this is washing soda, not to be confused with baking soda, because baking soda doesn't work because it's a completely different thing. And then we need 10 grams of vitamin C. And we're going to use this coffee grinder to make it into a powder because I did not get powder. Because I'm a fool. Now we have our lovely concoction. Delicious. And now I'm going to move my entire setup once again. And we need 1 liter of water. I forgot how I do this. I was supposed to use this to measure out the amount of water, but it is currently filled with film. So, I will just use this. This is 250 milliliters, so 4 of these. was the beaker. Now, because I'm lazy, I like to use a milk frother to mix this. And this usually takes a very long time, so this is going to be a while. So, how about that weather? It's actually been very rainy today, which I like. My laptop is too far away for me to read the comments. 1 second. Tell you a joke. Oh. Well, didn't exactly have one prepared. I should have jokes prepared from now on. Whenever I do a live stream, I'm just going to have one in my head at the ready for a contingency such as this. I also don't have a container to filter this into, which is a problem. Actually, no, wait, yes I do. I have this lovely milk jug. So I should probably clean that out. Multitasking. Okay, that is probably mixed well enough that we can start filtering it. I'm going to filter it into this container, and then I'm going to filter it back into this container. So, French press. This is where things end up getting messier than I intend. So let's see if I can keep the mess to a minimum this time. We'll see how I do. Terribly. Okay, we're off to a great start, guys. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Caffeinol is very easy to clean up after, because it's just some coffee stains. You know, you better not say a funnel, because I don't have a funnel down here. Okay, take 2. Perfection. Boom. No funnel required. Uh. Look at all this yucky solute. Well, I guess technically it's not solute because it wasn't dissolved. Point is, it's yucky, and it makes the pictures worse. And now we do it again. That was concerningly close. I forgot there was a cut out of this milk chunk. That would have been very bad. Whoops. Well, anyway, I guess we'll just wash this. I am the best. I am so the best. Okay. Now we get to actually do the waiting around. Instead of just waiting to wait. We're actually getting to the waiting bit. So I'm just rinsing the film off at the moment. Foamy. Okay. Now we get to pour in the developer, finally. Okay, I've already got a timer over there. Okay, and now I'm going to quickly start the timer. Okay, and we're good. And now I like to agitate this right as I'm starting. Mostly, the reason I do the agitation is just to get the bubbles off. So I will agitate it at the beginning and at the halfway mark, and that's it. A lot of people agitate the film so that more developer interacts with more of the film, but this is sort of somewhere in between stand development and regular development. And since it's so close to stand development, it doesn't really need agitation, so I'm just making sure there's no bubbles on the film. So yeah, now we just get to wait around for another 12 minutes. Yep. Ah, we've got 2 likes. Amazing. We've got 11 minutes to go now. I really should work out something that I can do while my film is developing, because these live streams are kind of dull. Oh, we lost one. Riveting content. I guess I don't have enough viewers to like support doing streams like this in the normal sense, because usually live stream film YouTubers would like talk to their chat while the film is developing, and also usually they would use developer that develops in like 5 minutes instead of 13. So like they could talk to their chat and then they would have one done, and then they could talk to their chat again and they would have one done, and they can talk about the pictures on the film. But I'm just like standing here. And as I said that, 2 people just left. So yeah, film developing. It's a lot of waiting around and washing dishes. I have a camera shelf with several cameras on it. this one in particular has been on my mind a lot because it's broken. One tiny little electronic component fell off the circuit board and has bricked the lens. The lens can no longer move, so it's completely unusable as a camera because one piece fell off. The whole like processor and stuff works fine because if I don't try to turn on the lens, it works fine, but as soon as the lens tries to open, it's like, lens error, can't open the lens. And for some reason, the cheapest, like one of these on eBay is $50. And this is one where this front plate is missing, it's not working, like, horrible camera is still $50. Normally they go for $200 for one in conditions such as this, but with that electric component not knocked off of it so it still works. Yeah, these cameras in particular are rather expensive. This video, I mean this camera, I've been meaning to make a video about for quite a while, but I have not gotten around to it. Maybe I should do that at some point. But weirdly, the sensor in this like cash grab of a camera is the same size as like this actual camera's sensor, which is weird. It's basically, this camera is a lot better than it deserves to be, for more reasons than just the sensor. We have my 100-year-old camera. We have the paper camera. We have the one I just did a video about, literally posted yesterday. We have this terrible, horrible, awful, evil, terrible, junky, awful, terrible camera. It uses film that does not even remotely exist anymore. And so it's a complete brick because of that. I don't know if I'll ever get around to making a video about that either. I also have a Super 8 camera. The film for this is absurdly expensive. This stuff is expired and also unprocessable, so I have film, but I can't use it, and the film for it is extraordinarily expensive, so it's gonna be a while till this one gets a video. Lots of unfinished videos on this shelf. But anyway, I think it's about time to agitate the thing again. We've got 5 minutes left. It helps. It knocks the bubbles off the film, but also it's fun. Once this is done developing, we use this very safe chemical called Fixer. And the Fixer, like, makes the film not light sensitive anymore and makes the pictures a little easier to look at. So this is fun. I should wash this off. 3 minutes until we can fix this film. Repair it. Unbreakify it. Historical about Caffenol. You know, I don't really know about the history of Caffenol, but I know people wanted a safe, homebrew, cheap way to do this. Although I'm told this is a very expensive way to do this. I don't know what regular developer costs. But to me it seems pretty cheap. Like instant coffee, washing machine, detergent, like it's not rocket science. But I guess this is an expensive thing to do. Compared to regular film developing. But yeah, it's just kind of like a homebrew way to do it safely without using too many caustic chemicals, except this one. Yup, that's about the extent of my knowledge on that. We've got 2 minutes left, and all my viewers are coming back. I guess they made a note of how long until it would be done, so they could leave and watch other videos until then. So welcome back, my viewers. We've still got 1 minute and 50 seconds left if you want to go watch a short or something. But anyway, we're almost ready to rinse off the film and fix it. There you go. Fail, you don't like my dance? You don't like my little dance? Don't know what to tell you, man. We've got 1 minute left. Stick around for even more waiting. Can I get this view any wider? No? Okay, well then we'll just do that and extend the legs of the tripod. I'm a professional content creator. All right. Get ready for more waiting. Some work on my marketing. My marketing's great. What could be better than camera things? All right, we've got 5 viewers. All my viewers are back. Never mind. We're back down to 4. Okay. Yep. This is, I mean, if I wanted to make, like, prints, I would reuse it, but I don't have my printing set up at the moment. So, yeah, this is kind of a one-use sort of thing. I thought I had 3 rolls of film that needed developing, but I can only find 2 of them, which is mildly concerning, but at least there's not only one, because I don't like only developing one roll of film. And now it's clear. And now we dump in another chemical. And then we get to wait again. It's best to try not to get too much of this on your skin. But there are worse things. Heck, there are worse developing chemicals. Daguerreotypes use mercury gas, so it could be much worse. It's some sort of salt. I'm not exactly sure what salt. It is not sodium chloride, I can tell you that, but it is, I think it's some sort of salt. Hello. We've got 2 people in the chat now. You're just in time to continue waiting. Yep, we're gonna set like a 2 or 3 minute timer. I'll go with 3 minutes just to be safe. And yeah, go watch 2 shorts or whatever, 2 YouTube shorts, and then be back in time to actually finish the process. I cannot. There is your answer. The phonetic alphabet, I do not know the phonetic alphabet, but I do know that I is the most used letter. Or maybe it's E. I don't know, actually. It's one of those 2. It's a vowel. I know that, but I guess it would be. I happen to know that a certain type of accent in French just means there used to be an S after this. So like, hôpital is hospital. It used to have an S. English kept the S, but French left it, and it's just like, got a hat, like the letter before the S has a hat, just as a fun little piece of history trivia. There you go. French trivia, yes, exactly. We've got 1 minute and 1/2. Let's see, what other phonetic stuff do I know? I don't know much phonetics, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Subscribe for more French trivia. Yeah. Wow, it's already been 50 minutes. That's kind of weird. It feels like it's been like 10. Despite all of the waiting, I am perfectly aware that we've been just like, this whole stream has just been waiting. Alright, 45 seconds. This stuff I am not throwing down the drain. It's very bad for the drain, actually. At least when it's not used up all the way. I do not have more French trivia now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so this is, because I'm not using funnels, because I am anti-funnel, I'm going to put this in this, and then this back in this, because it's easier that way, without using funnels. This can continue. The first camera I got was this one. It is now a decade old. But the camera that like actually got me interested in uh, uh, the SLR that is like my main, or well, DSLR, that is my main camera. Did my internet cut out? I don't know if my phone is still streaming because my laptop decided not to. My laptop decided it doesn't get internet anymore. I sincerely hope the stream is still going. Let me turn on my hotspot. Okay, my phone is still streaming, which is good. But I'm just gonna connect my laptop to my phone real quick. And we'll let that figure it. Yeah, I have no idea what I was just talking about. So, well, anyway, SLR, yes, thank you. Okay, my laptop is back. Yes, the DSLR that my parents got in like 2012, which is not it's not a professional SLR, but it's just good enough that it can pass for one. And it has manual controls and whatnot, everything a good SLR should have. So, you know, I just kind of started experimenting. The only reason that I actually wanted to grab my parents' big camera, like, oh, it's the good family camera. The only reason I actually like wanted to use it out of nowhere was because I wanted to make a video comparing all of my copious cameras, 3 that I had at the time, which maybe for some like huge milestone or like huge anniversary, I will release that video, but it's gotta be a big event because it is cringy and I don't feel like sharing it. But perhaps, maybe, not for a while at least. And now we get to rinse the film. The fixer is annoying. The fixer is annoying because it is clear, so I can't tell when I've excuse me. I can't tell when I've actually rinsed it out, so I'm just going to be rinsing for a while. I don't know. Yes. I've always been slightly more interested in the gear itself than actually taking photos. That's lovely. Alright, I don't have wetting agent for the film, which is like, sort of like rinse aid for your dishwasher. It makes the water sheet off of it to prevent water spots on the film. So instead of trying to get rid of the water, I'm just going to make it so there's no stuff in the water. So I'm going to use distilled water to rinse off the film real good. You assume I know how to rinse. Viola. So, let's see if we actually made photos or if they're just blank. Which it's always entirely possible they could be. We've got frames. Let's see what's on here. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is from the 1961 Canonet. So, I am planning to do another video on the Canonets at some point. So some of these photos will probably be in there. I don't have a squeegee either, so I just use my hands. Let's see what's on the next one. Does that defeat the purpose of using distilled water? It probably does. Yes, I love film. Let's see what's on this one. Wow, these are very dark. This is also the 1961 Canonet. So I guess yeah. So I guess I don't have any photos from the new Canonet, so I guess I'll just have to go shoot some. Yeah. Darn, I thought I would have some, because I've been meaning to be able to see the pictures from it, because I've shot a bajillion rolls from the one, but I have yet to see a single photo out of the other one. So, whoops. Now all of this junk is gonna air dry because it's really weirdly shaped and difficult to dry by hand. So yeah, we're pretty much done with all this. Yep. I guess that's all. Gonna down. Probably, yeah. I still haven't gotten around to scanning this other roll of film, so it may be a couple seconds before I post it. And also, the film needs to dry for a while, so that is also a factor that's going to make it take a while. So maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. I don't really know. This is actually not a bathroom. This is a basement. Wow, my laptop has at least a bit rate of at least 1. Which, of course, as soon as I actually show the camera, it decides that it is gonna clear up and actually show a proper bit rate. Yeah, I think I'm just rambling at this point, so I think that'll do it for this live stream. I have more viewers on this stream than I expected, which is nice. But yep, that's pretty much all I have to say for the moment. So I will see you later. I'm probably gonna post this Saturday. So see you then. Farewell.